Hello and welcome to today's episode. So here we are right outside of our mountain fortress in the rain at the moment. We have set up a little camp. We got a few chests, we got our mule with his chest. The reason the camp's set up is because this is where we keep in all of our copper blocks. We are going to be making a start on the copperhead. So here we go, we got quite a lot of copper. Round about 2.5 chests. We still got some left inside, and I am very excited to actually get this head done. We do have some other stuff like some wood as well, because I think I'm going to have to build up some scaffolding around it, but that's mainly going to be when we start lubing the thing up with beeswax, just to get those proper copper textures that we want, because we do want most of it to be oxidized. And it's going to be pretty much right here. It's going to be huge. And this is the thing that originally inspired me to actually start this world, this style of architecture, this exaggerated medieval siege equipment. This is what the entire world's based around, so yeah, I'm really excited to finally actually make a start on this thing. So we have built the lower half of the face now, as you can see here. Now, I am using the Lightmatica mod to actually build this, which is a schematic mod, so I can't actually show much video of me building it just because it looks really stupid, because like it creates this like huge pink box around the area and it just looks really weird. I'm sure anyone who's actually used the Lightmatica mod knows what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you like little video snippets of each section that's complete. And here's the second section, so you can see we've built up the right side of the face. And you can get like a sense of the scale of this thing here. You know, it is absolutely huge. However, we are actually doing okay on copper, so with 2.5 full chests, I expected maybe to get half of it done and have to farm those more copper, but we're doing pretty well, and I think we might actually have enough copper to actually finish this thing off, which would be fantastic, because I've been mining so much copper, like probably about 30 hours of my life has just gone from mining and smelting copper right now. And here is the third snippet. So we've pretty much built up the front forehead, the left side of the head. We can see the eye socket there. Now, I've got a few ideas for the eyes. I think I will be using frog-like blocks, which means at some point we will have to go on a quest and find some frogs. But I am open to ideas. I've not really found an eye design yet that I really like. But I mean, the one that I've mocked up in creative it's okay, so I guess I'll default to that if I have to. I'm just going to give you a look a little bit further back over here. It actually looks pretty good from the side as well. It looks more like it's built into the mountain as opposed to from the front, where it looks like it juts out just a little bit too much. But I suppose we can always just build up the mountain around the side of it to make it more inset into the mountain, I suppose. And I am just going to let the copper oxidize. So third snippet now, we've almost finished the front of the face. Now, as I was saying earlier, I am just going to let the copper oxidize by itself. I am aware that it takes a little bit longer when all the copper's bunched together as opposed to separately, but it would have been so horrible, you know, having to space all the copper out, letting it oxidize and then build a thing. And I think it's just a little bit more natural if we let it oxidize on its own. We're not in any rush. I knew this build would take quite a long time to begin with, so I'm happy doing a few episodes in between, just waiting for the thing to oxidize to the right thing. And then we can get the beeswax that we built the bee farm for a little bit earlier, and we can lube the whole thing up and have it looking exactly how we want it to. So remember, this is supposed to be based on the flame chariot from Elden Ring. I'll actually pop a picture up right now just so you know what I'm talking about if you've not played Elden Ring. And here's a view from slightly further back. All that's pretty much left to do now really is the top of the head. And then it's pretty much done. And to be honest, the whole thing was a lot quicker than I expected. So I think I've been doing it for about 3 days now, but I've spent only a few hours a day. So maybe this thing so far has taken maybe 4 to 5 hours, which honestly I was expecting this thing to take weeks. But yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain about that. But yeah, I mean, what I was saying earlier, it does look a lot better from further away, so I'm just going to run over here. It just looks so imposing, and I think we have some... I mean, I have a few ideas of what I'm going to do. like next to it, around it. I did want to put some towers at the side of it, but now I'm kind of scared. Oh, that's a great shot there with the sun setting behind it. I think it's going to look really good at night as well. Oh yeah, you see, it looks great already, and it's not even finished. And here we are. We built up pretty much the top of the head. Now all that's left is the I don't even know what you'd call that. The top forehead. I don't know. The area just above the temple. Who knows? But we've pretty much just got to finish that now. And then the thing's going to be mainly done. And I think we'll have to go questing for some frog lights. One thing I'm going to have to do as well is I've used bamboo as scaffolding blocks. Like bamboo blood walks. So inside you can just see like it's just full of bamboo blocks, which doesn't look too great. So I think I'm just going to burn all those at some point. Just light them on fire. Because there's a lot in there and it'd be very tedious trying to chop them all down from inside. And plus, the inside of that head is like a mob hotspot as well. It's really dark in there. I mean, I've placed torches around, but I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of creeper explosions in there. And we've added the little spikes on top. So these are in the exact same fashion as the ones from the flame chariot in Elden Ring. Looks kind of even more ominous with the spikes in the rain. Now next we're going to be adding a cannon in the mouth. Now the actual flame chariot out of Elden Ring has quite a long like flame cannon, but I think we need to shorten it a little bit. Just because we have some ideas of what that cannon is going to be used for. And we will be doing all the redstone of this head at some point. Probably after it's oxidized a little bit and after we've built up the entrance a little bit more. Maybe place those towers I was talking about. Or maybe just done something else, because I think the head just on the mountain by itself looks a little bit jarring, so we definitely need to build up some more structures around it. And here is a cheeky side view. As you can see a little bit more of those spikes. I mainly did those spikes at the top of the stairs, and I think it does give it a really good effect. Really enhances it. So we have added the cannon in the mouth now. So we've mainly used polished deep slate for this. And what I've done is I've actually sprinkled in some magma blocks, because I can't decide whether there's going to be actual flames inside its mouth or there's going to be... Do you know that glass effect with Optifine where you like layer different stained glass and it gives this misty effect? Because in Elden Ring the flame chariots, they have flames in the mouth, but you can't really see the flames. It's like an orange bright faded effect. But either way, like, you know, the idea is there is fire inside its mouth, so that's what the magma blocks are supposed to represent, you know, molten bits of metal from the cannon. But I'm not too sure I like how they look, so I am probably going to take those out. But I think there's going to be a fair amount of experimenting on this build before it actually reaches a point where I like it. And see, look at this, it's so big that it just creates shadows everywhere. So I'm just going to light this area up a little bit. Stick one there, that should be fine for now. Probably will have to go up and add some more around it as well, or add some light sources, hidden light sources that you can't really see, just because, yeah, I mean it's so big that the underside of it's just a mob spawning hotspot. And here we are on a quest. So as I said earlier, we have to go on a quest to find some frogs, which means we will need to find a mangrove swamp biome. So I've already done a little bit of riding here. We've come across this nice little village. We've got some slime in our inventory just to breed the frogs, and then we're just going to bucket the tadpoles. And, oh, what is this? So we found an igloo. Is it one of the secret ones? Let's have a look. Yes, it is. So for those who don't know, like in some igloos that you can find, there is this basement level here. And this, I think it's the game's way of trying to teach you about villager zombie curing. And nice golden apples, so I'll definitely take that. I'll take those as well. Yeah, so this is how the game tries to teach you about this mechanic, I suppose, but I think most people obviously just learn on the wiki or something. A good thing is there, you just saw it there to the side, is there are actually cactuses in pots in these places as well, so if you happen to be like a million miles away from a desert biome at spawn, and you find one of these, then it's an easy way to actually get a cactus. And we have polar bears. And okay. I guess I did not think they were that aggressive. And they swim after you, of course they swim, they are polar bears. So we're just going to avoid these guys as much as possible now. And look at that. Look at that. That doesn't even look like natural generation, it looks like someone's built a fantasy ice castle. I mean, more and more I'm actually just realising that this seed that I'm on is actually pretty great. Like, look, it looks like a frozen chain, like... Yeah, this is a beautiful biome right here. And we found another village here. Oh, 3 diamonds, not bad at all. Gold as well, I'll take that. So, I mean, golden apples, gold. The reason why I'm getting excited about those is because we still have a lot of villager slots to fill out, and I'd like to fill them out before the new terrible villager nerf happens and destroys villagers forever. Diamonds as well, I mean, I'll take those. They're pretty rare these days. And what do we have right there upon the horizon? Let's have a closer look, and it is indeed a mangrove swamp biome. Right next to a jungle biome as well, and a dark oak biome. God, I don't know what's happened to me recently, but I can't really speak these days. But yeah, I mean, we've been searching for a while now, so we finally found one. And with any luck, there should be some frogs inside. So this is the first time I've actually been through one of these, and they're actually pretty cool, I'll be honest. Like, I think Mojang did a real good job with these, like with all the roots and like the underwater sections, and yeah, this would be a pretty good place for a build, I think. It's definitely one of the better biomes they've done in recent memory. And we have found our first frog. Seems like we got the tropical variant, which are white. And then all we really need now is just to find another one, so then we can force feed them some slime and take our tadpoles home. So here we are, we found a friend for him to mate with. I'm just going to lure them close to the water so they can actually lay tadpoles right in the water. I think that's how it works. Yep, so we're going to feed them now, and they should lay some frog spawn. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is, right on that water block there. I think the tadpoles might suffocate in that. Oh, and you can't actually... I thought you could scoop up the frog spawn. Guess not, I guess you have to wait till the... So we have waited, and they have turned into tadpoles. The issue is, why are they so hard to catch? I've got this one here, and like 2 of them already swam away really fast. Finally, bucket, that's what I'm talking about. Now the issue is, there was 3 more of them, but they just swam off incredibly fast in some random direction. This is going to be a wild goose chase if I've ever seen one. Yep, literally no clue where they are. Oh, here's one. Right, so we got 2, so that's all we really need. I think I'm just going to spend a little bit more time looking for any others, but I think 2 should be sufficient, because that gives us 2 frogs to breed, and then we should have an infinite supply of frogs. And an ocelot. I think this is the first time I've seen an ocelot as well in survival. I don't know if it's just me, but I think they're incredibly rare to actually come across. And we have discovered our first cherry grove biome. Which, I mean, I guess it's cool. I mean, we're not really going to need any cherry wood. And we have a shipwreck, so let's give this a quick search. So we have 2 coast armor trims, I think that's what they are. Yep, coast armor trims, so we'll take those. Nothing else, really. That's the same chest. Isn't there supposed to be like 3 chests in these? I think that's the main one anyway, because it had the coast trims, and I think they only spawn in like the rare treasure chest at the back. So we are back at our base now. We're just going to plop these tadpoles in here. We're going to build up the wall a little bit, just because frogs can jump really high. When these frogs grow up, we're just going to go through a few cycles of breeding them, and then we'll need to actually go into the nether and find some magma blocks so they can eat them, and then we can finally at long last get some frog lights. But yeah, I think frog lights is probably one of the hardest blocks to get, especially if you're not spawning near a treasure bastion which has the magma cube spawner. But yeah, I mean, this episode's already pretty long, so what we'll do is we'll resume this quest next episode. But yeah, apart from that, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.